Jessie here from Tonkadale, and today we are planting a perennial garden for pollinators. I have Aaron here. He's one of our team leads out in the perennial department, and together we are going to create the pollinator garden of your dreams. Let's start shopping.
Let's do it.
Woo! We got them all. That only took us 10 minutes to pick out 10 varieties that pollinators are going to love in your sunny garden space. Should we lay them out?
Let's do it.
Let's lay them out. All right, we have everything laid out. Let's just say you have an area that's about 10 by 12. This is a really good amount of plants to get you started. We chose 3 per variety because it's really easy to plant in triangles, right?
That's right.
I couldn't help myself, but I picked this strawberry Sunday hydrangea
Looks great.
for the back corner. This will get 4 by 5 feet, so nice and tall. Next we put, what do we put here?
Have some Joe Pyeweed here, Eupatorium. Give you a nice backdrop and some late season color with these nice purple pink blooms.
Big blooms.
Yes.
This one gets tall. It's also a native plant.
It sure is.
That's right. Okay, up in front we have the Cardona Salvia. Big purple spikes atop 3-foot foliage. This one's great because as it flowers and blooms out, you can cut it back and you get a resurgence of color late in summer.
Yeah, and those beautiful purple stems. Over here we have some Monarda or bee balm. This is a top pollinator pick for sure. Have these beautiful fuchsia purple blooms on them and just a wonderful smell on them as well. Probably one of my favorite smells in the garden.
Oh my gosh. And we already have some little pollinators buzzing in through here. Now, Monarda are also very attractive to hummingbirds.
Yeah,
So
those trumpet-shaped flowers are great for hummingbirds.
up here we have the Rudbeckia hirta, or the black-eyed Susan. This one is just a really nice garden classic. What's great about it is that it blooms late in the summer and all the way into fall. And it has really ornamental seed heads that are great for birds in the wintertime. What do you got over here?
Over here we have some yarrow. We have this beautiful white color and all sorts of flowers here. Bees absolutely love these guys, especially when you plant them together like this.
Very cool. Up in the front here, our border plants are the lime zinger sedum. We've talked a lot about sedums already this year, but they do get gorgeous pink flowers late in the season, and they're a shorter variety, so you can still enjoy sedum, but use them as a border plant. This is a grass I'm not as familiar with. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, this is a great grass choice for a low border. It's kind of like little blue stem, but it actually has a nice dark kind of purple coloring on it. And that coloring will actually even get darker with some good sun or on these cooler nights here.
Right here we have Asclepias tuberosa, or butterfly weed.
Butterfly
Tell us
weed.
about that one.
Butterfly weed is actually my favorite plant. Yeah, later in the season, gets awesome orange flowers on it. Probably one of the brightest flowers in the garden late in the season. And it's like milkweed in that monarchs will come to this plant and feed on it. It's not the first choice, but it's a great option, especially if there's not milkweed in the area. And it'll bloom from midsummer all the way through the end.
But also attractive to many other pollinators as well.
Absolutely.
So pollinators are responsible for moving all the genetic material around, and they feed on the nectar in flowers and also the pollen. The nectar is like their carbohydrate and the pollen is like their protein. So they need us and we need them.
That's right.
I know. All right. We have just a few other items over here. Aaron, take it away.
Yeah, over here we have some echinacea, some yellow coneflower here. Great mid to late season color with the yellow there, and then also attractive to songbirds in the fall with their seed heads, kind of like the black-eyed Susan. Then over here we have allium, which is actually in the onion family. Has these great thick succulent green leaves, and then purple umbels of flower kind of mid to late season that'll really just give you a nice delicate touch to the garden.
And allium is attractive to all kinds of bees. It will be a symphony of buzzing when those things get going. You can just hear the vibration and just share that energy with them, and it's so invigorating.
It is.
Isn't it? Aaron, you're kind of an expert on which flower shape attracts which kind of pollinators. Tell us about why it's important to mix and match flower color and flower shape in your pollinator garden.
Yeah, it's important to mix color and shape in the garden so that you have something on the menu for everybody that comes through. You have different pops of color for different pollinators to look for, and also the different flower shape will actually cater to the different pollinators and what works best for them to collect that nectar and pollen.
Okay, so for example, something with like a flat flower head is great for pollinators that maybe need to land in order to feed on the nectar. While something like the Monarda with that tubular shaped flower is great for hummingbirds because they're able to hover in the air, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mass plantings are great to give a lot of pollen and a lot of nectar for them, but it also gives them a bigger area to seed.
So here we are planting in late June. We have lots of beautiful color available. When you're planting perennials in the summer, we're going to want to make sure to add planting mix to amend the soil and water well. So water these plants deeply and thoroughly each time you water, all the way into the fall, up until our first hard frost.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. So as always, our talented perennial team, Aaron and company, are here and available to make your pollinator garden dreams come true. They're also very helpful at selecting specific plants for specific places. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Tonkadale.